Hey guys, so today, as you've seen by the title, I'm going to show you guys each magic type in World of Magic on their official Trello and kind of, explaining a bit on what they do. I'm not gonna really recommend it or not, I'm just gonna say if I think it was good or if I really didn't like it. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna do top to bottom. The Trello link will be the top link in the description, alright? This is the official Trello, as you can see. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna start now. So Acid Magic makes it expands these acid pulls on contact, gives the melting stat effects, which deals damage over time. 25% more damage if the target is bleeding. So that basically means if like your target basically if you stab your opponent, you run back and then you use acid, or you like stab somebody up close and then you like use acid, they're gonna take a decent amount of damage, which isn't bad, it's actually moderate. So next is water. So it expands water puddles on contact. It gives the soaked status effect, which makes them vulnerable to lightning, ice, and other types of magic that are complementary to water. 10% more damage if the target's bleeding. I feel like water's more support, you know what I mean? Because if you have, and this is definitely going to be a very, very good secondary type magic because it just weakens the opponent, you know what I mean? And that's just going to really work people. Next we have is ink magic, expanding funnels on contact. Gives the inked status effect, which is similar to soaked status effect, except it lasts for longer, has certain strengths and weaknesses that soak doesn't. 15% damage of the target's bleeding. Now, I think that's actually very decent because it's basically water, except it's more except it's bleeding basically without the combos. Overall, not bad. Fire removes the bleeding status effect and deals 10% more damage. Gives the burning status effect, which deals damage over time. So it's basically its bleed. Turns steam contact in water, cannot be used underwater. Creates a flash of light when clashing with itself. Again, not bad. It's overall pretty decent. Earth. Earth gives the bleeding effect if the attack deals more than 30% of the target's max HP. 25% more damage if the target is bleeding. I feel like it's just more for the bleeding damage, but acid kind of does that better. I guess if you're fighting like low level things, I guess that's good. But otherwise, I really don't see that good. Ice. Deals 40% more damage if the target's bleeding and does 25% more damage if the target's frozen. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm pretty sure this is the best bleeding. So if you're looking just to just kill people who are bleeding and just completely demolish them, ice is definitely your type. And does more damage if they're frozen. If you hit them enough, I'm pretty sure they become frozen. Which is, it's really good. Lightning magic. Removes the bleeding status effect, is 10% more damage. Projectiles instantly explode when underwater / when coming into contact with the sea. Overall, it's not bad. It's kind of your basic element is what I'm vibing off of it. It's really a basic, kind of more bleeding and stuff like that. Magma. Expands magma puddles on contact, gives the melting status effect, which deals damage over time. Removes the bleeding status effect and deals 20% more damage. So yeah, it's basically kind of a revamped fire, you could say. Next we have is wood. Wood gives the bleeding status effect of the attack deals 30% more than the target's max health, and it deals 30% more damage. So it's basically like earth. Yeah, it's basically earth, but with 10% buff. But as you can see, there's like other words. It's because that's what it has with other things. So yeah, it's interesting. Light, it gives the blinded status effect. It's not really. Personally, that's why I wouldn't use light. I'm pretty sure shadow magic is the same. Yeah, shadow magic is the exact same, except it's the opposite. Basically, it makes your screen darker. Because, yeah. So yeah, that's why I really don't think like ice and shadow, not ice and shadow, light and shadow are not worth it in my opinion from what I've seen. Don't use them, please. Wind. Where is it? Huh, weird. It doesn't label wind. I guess it has just more yeah, so wind's like more of a combination. Yeah, so it has these combinations. That's kind of weird though. So wind is just basically with other things, you know. Iron magic. Iron gives the bleeding status effective if the attack does more than 10% of max. So this is basically your bleeding magic, you know? So if you, let's say like you have an ice buddy and you have an iron buddy. You just have your iron buddy attack first, and then you have like your ice buddy just completely destroy. So if you're iron, you might, because they're adding a second element, so like iron and ice would be really good combos and stuff like that, you know what I mean? 5% ain't that hard to get now. Unless if you're, it's not going to be good against really good, like, high-level opponents, but, you know, it's still good nonetheless. Paper. I'm pretty sure paper bleeds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure paper just bleeds. I don't know why it doesn't show here, but whatever. Paper, I'm pretty sure bleeds targets, if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Poison gives the poison stun effect. 25% more damage to targets bleeding. Leaves clouds of poisonous gas on contact, grows poisonous clouds when colliding with them. So this is kind of like, you know, you met little poison, I guess. Interesting. 30% more damage to the target is melting. 90% more damage to the target is frozen and shatters the ice. Gives the bleeding status effective just 5% more damage. So gold is basically kind of like a buffed iron, but iron has more combos. Like iron has more acid damage, more magma damage, and 80% like ice damage, and yeah. So gold basically has only sand, but it does 10% more damage and with ice. But apparently that shatters the ice. I don't know. Iron doesn't shatter the ice. Yeah. So it's kind of nice, and melting damage. That's really weird though. Plasma, this is super common. Removes this bleeding effect and deals 20% more damage, gives a scorched effect, turns it to steam when it comes into a sea, it cannot be used underwater. It's not bad necessarily, I just don't really find it to be good. Sand, expands sand piles of contact, creates spells, create sand piles, that's really funny. Gives the sanity, which particularly obscures vision, deals 10% more damage to the target's bleeding. Personally, I want to think this is bad. It's just a bit more kind of fun for me. I think it's meh. You know what I mean? It's not bad, but it doesn't really seem that good. Glass magic gives the bleeding status effect. So this is a basically guarantee. So this is basically glass magic is like a guarantee, but iron magic is, you know, you have a bit more chance. But glass magic has like less combinations, I'm pretty sure, than iron magic. No, it doesn't. Basically the difference between iron and glass is, as you can see, glass is worse with ice. You do not want glass with ice, but you want iron or gold with ice. So that's really the difference I'm getting from it. It's a really weird difference, though. Crystal, give the bleeding status effective, it deals 30% more. I feel like that's just a worse, like, earth, though. So, crystal just seems like something you would never get. Snow magic. Create snow pile, expand snow piles like conscious snow. So this is like sand, but worse. Oh, and it removes most effects. Freezes when, yeah. Freezes when used with, yeah, so this is basically only good with, like, you know, ice. Explosion, it gives a chart effect, which particularly obscures vision, and deals 10% more damage to the target's bleeding. Overall, explosion magic is really meant more to be like, let's say like you're an evil class, you know, you're trying to be like evil. It's really good for when you're trying to like be very explosive. That's really all explosion magic's really good for, in my opinion. You know, by the name goes. It was a petrified status effect, which if the attack deals more than 30% of it, which prevents them from moving until they use an attack, deals 10% more damage to the target's bleed. Now this is actually pretty cool. It's actually cool. You know, because it basically just makes it so if you deal a ton of damage, they're basically just screwed. But yeah, that's every magic type so far in the game. This is right after the fishing update. This is the day after. So yeah, that's gonna be it. This is kind of a part of, you know, my little World Magic guide. And yeah, thanks for watching this video all the way through. Why did you do that? Goodbye. Thanks.